Hey, what's going on? This is going to be a quick video breakdown on when you're trying to grow your business by booking more coding jobs. You're on the phone with somebody and you're taking through the whole process, and then they tell you, yeah, sounds really good. I am interested in the coding, but I'm still just looking around for quotes. And after that, I'll get back to you. Then this is exactly what you're going to say every single time. It's going to help you close more coding jobs and ultimately be able to scale your business. Because if they tell you that they're just looking for a quote and then they get off the phones, 99% of the time, they're probably never coming back. The reason for that is there's always going to be someone out there that can do it for cheaper, right? They're going to go to some guy down the street who is down bad, really desperate that month, and he's going to just use the cheapest products, offer the lowest prices, and he's going to beat you out every single time on price. So that means what? You're going to lose, both that revenue in your business that you could have had, but you're also going to miss out on that prospect that you could have helped, really, transform the vehicle, restore the vehicle to the day one showroom shine. And instead, they're just going to go with someone cheaper that's using really cheap products and cheap service. Okay. And then first, just some proofs that way you know that I know what I'm talking about. These are some screenshots of the tracking sheet for my client Kurt, based in KG Auto Detail, based in Orange County, California. So here's currently closing 23.7% of all of his leads, right? So for every 10 leads that comes in, he's going to book 2.37 jobs. And as you can see, we zoom in a little bit. That's 29 jobs booked in the past 40 days. He's fully booked 3 to 4 weeks out with ceramic coating. So if you want, you can check out his story here. It's either on this document or somewhere on my YouTube channel as well. Now, who is this going to be for? Obviously, if you're looking to book more coding jobs in your business and scale your business, this is going to be for you. If you're closing at a less than 20% closing rate for all of your leads on the phone when it comes to ceramic coatings, this is going to be for you. And if you're tired of hearing people tell you, I'm looking for a quote, I'll get back to you, and then they never get back to you, and you just get ghosted by them, then this is going to be for you. And if you already don't know me, I'm Jason. Basically, I help detailers get more coding jobs and scale their businesses. Definitely feel free to check out some of my other client case studies and other free resources on my YouTube channel as well. Now, the way that you can approach this situation when someone says they're just looking for a quote and they'll get back to you, this is the general framework that you want to follow. So first, confirm that it's really just the price holding them back, or it's really just that one particular thing, the quote, holding them back, and you didn't miss anything else. So you want to isolate that objection. So tie down the fact that they're actually serious about getting this done for the car. They're actually serious about getting a ceramic coating. They're literally just looking for quotes, and that's the only thing holding them back, okay? The second thing is you want to sort of lean into the objection. You can ask them, are you looking for the cheapest quality, or are you looking for, are you looking for the cheapest, not cheapest quality? Are you looking for the cheapest price or the best quality? And the key here is you need to ask them, not tell them. Because what happens sometimes with some of my clients is they might be trying to take this approach here, but they'll be telling them over the phone, yeah, well, when it comes to ceramic coatings, you really want to go with quality, not price. And the reason for that is, XYZ and XYZ. You're telling them that they should go for quality, but when they hear you say it, it's really not as convincing as having them tell to themselves, right? When someone tells us something, well, that's you trying to tell your belief to me, versus if I'm saying it, then that becomes my belief. So instead of saying, hey, with ceramic coatings, you need to really focus on the quality and not just the price, instead just ask them, well, what are you really looking for in a ceramic coating? Are you looking for the cheapest price, or are you looking for the best quality? Like, what's more important to you? And 9 times out of 10, they're going to say best quality, and then it becomes their belief, right? Because you asked them and got them to admit it to themselves. After that, when they say they're looking for the best quality, you're going to justify your pricing. So explain to them, yeah, sure, that's totally understandable. Do you mind if I kind of explain, why we charge what we charge, and how our pricing is kind of set up? They say yes, then explain, the price, justify the price, explain we charge, this because we have, XYZ best materials, we have XYZ best labor, so-and-so, we dedicate our whole day to your car, whatever it might be, justify the price, and then ask for the booking again, okay? And if that doesn't work, they still give you a pushback, then justify the price one more time, okay? So stand your ground, don't give out discounts right away. And then the third time they push back, that's when you might want to offer a discount, depending on your business. Ultimately, it's up to you how you want to do it. Some people don't like offering discounts. What I would probably recommend in that case is just do like a small discount. So instead of giving them, $200 off, just give them like $50 off, but also throw in a free bonus. So as an example, you can throw in like free interior detail or free, hey man, look, if you book right now, there's a spot open in my schedule. You'll be doing us a favor as well. I'll throw in like a free rims coating as well, which typically I charge $300 for, right? So if we throw in that free bonus, you'll basically be getting like, $1,200 job for just $800. Is that fair? And they can just do something like that. Okay. Now that's the framework. Let me take you through an example script of how this might go. That way it's a little bit more tangible. So we are in the end of the conversation, basically on the phone. You've gone through a little bit of discovery. You've asked them what they're looking for. You've broken down the process of the ceramic coating and also some of the benefits. And you just ask them, is this aligned with what you're looking for? And then you try to book them in, okay? Now, basically, this is the point in the conversation where the prospect tells you, yeah, sounds really good. I am interested in booking, but before I do that, I just want to look around for some more quotes first and, get some pricing from other people before I make a decision, and then I'll get back to you, okay? So then picking up from there, this is where we take it. So I would say something like, oh, okay, cool, I got you. If you're looking around for quotes, that's totally fine. I just want to make sure that you mentioned earlier that you do want to do this, right? Like you are looking to get your car ceramic coated somewhere and relatively soon. It's just that you're just looking around for quotes. Is that right? And they say yes. Okay, so here you just tie down their actual intent in getting the coating job done. They're actually serious about it. And then before you dive into the rest of the framework, we want to clarify that you didn't miss anything as well. Okay, cool. And is there something that we missed in describing our service? Like, I just want to make sure you still feel like this is right for you, that we can help your car get back to that day one showroom shine like you mentioned you wanted, right? Okay, great. Well, in that case, and you can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but is it just like the is it just the price thing? Like, is it just the price for you that is kind of holding you back from moving forward on this? Okay, cool. So if you kind of felt like the price was fair, it was justified, and it made sense, then you'd 100% be kind of moving forward with this and booking in a job for Tuesday. Is that right? It's just the price? Okay, cool. I totally understand. Yeah, so, I mean, to be honest, there's a lot of different other detailers out there, and, you can probably find someone cheaper, to be honest. Like, I know a few guys that might do cheaper, but I guess for you, what are you really looking for? Are you looking for the cheapest price, or are you looking for the best quality? Okay, cool. So, I mean, if you're looking for the best quality, I mean, would it be all right with you if I just very quickly explain, why we charge what we charge, how our pricing works, and it might make more sense? Okay, cool. Yeah, so sometimes in life, the price, it does reflect the quality. So if you're paying for a $1 steak versus a $100 steak, there's probably going to be some difference, right? I mean, which one are you going to expect to taste better at the end of the day, right? Cool. Yeah, and a lot of times it's the same thing with ceramic coatings. So the reason we charge, what we charge is because, we have hundreds of happy customers, hundreds of glowing 5-star reviews on Google, and we've been doing this a very, very long time. So we're not, trying to deliver a really cheap service. We're making sure we're going the extra mile for our clients. We're investing in the best equipment, the best labor. And, if you book with me, I'm not like some shop where there's 4 or 5 other cars in there already, and you're kind of just like another, customer to them, right? For me, I'm actually setting aside time in my schedule. I'm dedicating my whole day just to make sure your car looks amazing by the end of that day, and you're 100% happy with the outcome at the end. And because I'm taking that time to guarantee it looks like new and I get you that result that you want, that's kind of the reason why I charge what I charge. Does that make sense? Yeah, and because I'm charging that fair market rate of, $800 for my 3-year coating, it's because that way I can really afford to take the time, with your car and get the job done right, to be honest. Because, let's say, for instance, some guy down the street, he is just charging $400, right? And he is using cheap products, using cheap labor, maybe outsourced it to somebody that doesn't really know what they're doing. And they're kind of just rushing the job. Because in order for them to make the same amount of money that I do with one job, they have to do 2 jobs in that time, right? So they're doing 2 cars in the time that I would spend on 1 car. So they might rush the job. Again, like I mentioned, they're using cheap labor. They might just mess it up, and then you have to go and get it done somewhere else and pay for the whole thing all over again, which kind of just ends up costing more, right? And that's more money, more time, more headaches. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, and that's because we're charging what we charge, that's how we back up our work too. Like if anything goes wrong, you can just bring your car back. I'll fix it for free. And the only way that I'm able to do that for my customers is by charging a fair market price. Does that sound reasonable to you? Okay, cool. And again, it's totally up to you, but just to make sure we're on the same page, um, you know, do you really want that cheapest option where they might have to rush the job, or you want the quality option where you have peace of mind that, hey, this guy's going to dedicate his whole day to my car. He's going to use the best products possible and make sure that he guarantees my car looks amazing by the end of the day. Okay, cool. So I guess, what do you think? Would you want to book something in for later this week? Okay, so that's part one of the framework. And then let's say that they're just one of those really tough clients. It's really tough to book them in, and they're giving you a little bit more pushback. They'll say something like this: "That's cool, man, but I just spoke with some other guy earlier, and he said he can do a 3-year coding for $200 cheaper. Is there any way that you can kind of price match his price?" So here you have two options. You can either, if it's fine with you, then just say, okay, cool. I mean, if I price match it, does that mean that you would be booking something in today on this call? And if they say yes and you're fine with that price, then just price match it and then boom, book them in. But obviously, if you're not fine with that and you want to stand your ground and you want to hold your price, then this is the approach that you would take. So you'd say, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I can't do $200 less, man. I mean, if you want like a 1-year ceramic and just like a really light polish, then I probably could. But kind of like we talked about earlier, the price sometimes reflects the quality. So if you only care about that price, like it's totally alright if you want to go with him. But if you care about the quality of the finish on your vehicle and you kind of understand, hey, I'm going to be looking at this vehicle every day in my driveway, in my garage, and I understand that ceramic coating, it is a long-term investment. And if it really lasts 3 years, that means it's 36 months. So you're really paying like, $20-30 a month to keep your vehicle protected and keep it that glossy showroom shine. Don't you think that it might be worth it then to go with the quality option where you kind of know the job gets done right the first time? And then if someone else, they push back again one last time, then what I typically recommend is either number one, they might just be like a nightmare customer, like they're always going to be getting the cheapest price and shopping you. Then in that case, it's up to you. You might want to just like let them go and not book them in. But if you really want to push for that booking and you want to use a framework of giving them, for instance, a small discount and also throwing a free bonus, this is the way you can do it. So I would say, you know what, Jason, honestly, dude, here's the deal. You clearly want this ceramic coating and I want to give it to you. I want to help you out. If it's just a price thing, here's what we can do. I can't go ahead and drop it $250 because in order to, provide the warranty that we do and use the best products like we mentioned earlier, I do need to charge what's fair. But what I can do is I can just give you like a $75 discount, and I'll also throw in like a free rims coating and a free interior detail as well for your car. So that'd be worth, typically I charge like $300 for the rims coating and $150 for interior. So that's like $450 of free value. So really you're getting like $1,200, $1,300 worth of service for just the $800 that we discussed earlier. Well, $725 with the $75 discount. And that's on top of the ceramic coating spring special that we're already running. Does that sound like it might be a fair deal to you? And then if they say yes, at that point, book them in. If they say no, then okay, you know what? You gave it your all. This person's probably not closable. And, as long as you executed the process properly, just don't worry too much about the outcome because you did your best. So to quickly recap, basically what you're going to want to do is first, tie down that it's just the pricing, it's just they're looking for a quote. That's the only thing holding them back from booking. It's nothing else. Then you want to get them to admit that they're looking for quality, not price. So ask them, are you looking for the best quality or the cheapest price? And it's really important here that you need to ask them to get them to admit it to themselves, not tell them that they should be looking for quality versus price. Okay? Once that's done, you can stand your ground, justify the price, explain why you charge what you charge. If they still push back, justify the price again. Explain that's why you need to charge what you charge. So you can offer the warranty, so you can use the best products, etc. And then if they're still kind of on the fence, you can push them over with a small discount plus a free bonus. Or if they're really not biting on that, then at that point, like I said, they're probably not closable. But hey, you guys did your best.